Welcome, everybody. We're back with another edition of Primetime Sports. I'm your host, Brad Warnick.
I'm your co-host, Amon Phil. I guess we're both equal.
Yeah, we're both hosts.
Yeah.
So I mean,
one of the hosts.
Yeah,
I have
both
to
here.
I feel like co-host makes me a lesser.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah.
So we have a very, very packed day today, don't we?
We do. We're talking about the NBA and Derrick Rose, and I don't want to spoil that for you. So if you don't know what that is, just stay tuned and figure out what that is.
We're also going to talk about the Jonathan Papelbon incident with Bryce Harper in the dugout a few days ago.
And then we're going to come back with Roethlisberger and his injury.
And how that's going to affect things. But you know what?
Yeah.
Let's backtrack back to when you talked about Derrick Rose. Apparently, on the first practice of the season, everything ready to have his big comeback year. It takes an elbow to the face from a teammate and is now out for a few weeks with getting surgery with an orbital fracture.
Derrick Rose, please, man. It's just kind of really sad that I have no words. No words how sad that is.
He had an MVP season, 3-4 years ago?
Which was his first season.
Yeah, like his first or second season.
Let's just talk about the fact that Derrick Rose has only played one complete season in his NBA career.
He had 2 years in a he had 2 years in a row where he missed at least 75 games of an 83-game season.
Yeah.
So it's got to the point now, at only the age 26, is he damaged goods? Because he's hitting free agency next year. He's already talked about it.
I don't know why. No one's gonna pick him up.
Somebody's gonna take a chance on him. He's 26.
The Milwaukee Bucks.
Former.
They will take anybody.
They will take anybody. But like I said, at 26, is he over? Is he done?
Probably. Yeah. Not gonna lie. I mean, there's only one professional player I know. Well, three actually. Actually, they're more common. They're a lot more common than NFL. But I can't name one basketball player who's come back from structural surgery besides Kobe. But Kobe still was never as good as he was before he had that knee surgery. And Derrick Rose has had, by law of average, he's had so many surgeries, he should not be able to play high school basketball. By the law of average, that goes. I mean, you can't be like Peyton Manning, have neck surgery, come back, and then break your own record, like your first season back. Or be Adrian Peterson and come back and almost break the overall record by 7 yards. So, I mean, you get scant. It's not football. So.
I mean, the only upside Derrick Rose has to this injury compared to his other ones is that this is only an orbital fracture. So it's only a fracture to his face. It's not like a knee injury or Achilles or anything that could really postpone him back. He's going to miss, I think, 6 weeks on this injury, which the season hasn't even started yet. Preseason hasn't started. This is the first practice. So 6 weeks, he could be back for maybe the first or second week of the season.
But then let's say what happens. He plays a defensive team. We all know the Cavaliers are super defensive. So let's say he gets a tough guard from LeBron, and he's out for because LeBron knocks people down. That's what he does.
Is LeBron gonna guard a damaged Derrick Rose? Is he really that big of a threat?
Derrick Rose guard anybody at this point?
I don't know if Derrick Rose could guard. Well, Derrick Rose was good defensively before, but now that he's hurt, he clearly hasn't shown confidence in his play. Even when he came back, you can tell he was hesitant. He wasn't he never drove to the lane like he used to.
It's like the Victor Cruz syndrome. Victor Cruz is a great a great right receiver, but he can't. You can tell if you watch the Giants games, he's not confident coming down on that leg. I mean, granted.
Well, he hurt himself again too.
Yeah.
He's out. He's IR now. He's done.
Not for good though.
For the year.
Yeah, it's just really sad.
Hopefully, because that's something that could have been avoided, but it's sports in general. No matter what sport you play, you're gonna get hurt. So we're gonna see how Derrick Rose can bounce back from a facial surgery, and how quickly he's out. I mean, he can't sit a year out saying he's not mentally prepared for it for getting essentially a cracked jaw. Or a cracked cheekbone.
I mean, we all can't be J.J. Watt and break our own nose, pop it back in place, go out there and get the sack. So, I mean, sorry, Derek.
All right, so we're going to keep...
Derek? Is it Derek or Derek?
It's Derek. It is Derrick Rose.
Seems like it's Derek.
So, we're going to take a quick break right now, and when we come back, we're going to talk about some baseball and some developing stories that happened the past few weeks. We're going to talk about the playoffs as well. So just stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Go Tigers.
Gulf Coast State College is the right place for you. Let us help you fulfill your personal potential. Gulf Coast State College, your community, your college.
Hey guys, welcome back here at Primetime Sports. I don't know if you like baseball or if you like wrestling, but the good thing about the MLB is you can have both. Yeah, Jonathan Papelbon puts his hands around the neck of Bryce Harper and choking him out because, what were the exact words? Confident little kid?
Arrogant little kid.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper is already going down from some peers and some colleagues in the MLB of being one of the greatest players of all time. He's on the track to be a Hall of Famer, which, looking at his numbers, I can't really deny that. But he takes
There's more to
plays
being a
off.
Hall of Famer than attitude. I mean, there's more than just skill. Like, he doesn't have the sportsmanship attitude. It's
No.
kind of like,
The reason why the whole Papelbon thing started is that Jonathan Papelbon, who's a relief pitcher, the closer for the Nationals, started yelling and telling Harper he needs to run out the plays, even though if he knows he's getting thrown out. Bryce Harper has been known to not run out pop flies, not run out ground outs, because apparently Bryce Harper doesn't have to. He got benched, I think it was either earlier this season or earlier last season. His coach benched him because he wasn't running the plays out. And you would assume he would have learned his lesson, but he didn't. Bryce Harper must have said something to Papelbon for him to snap and choke him out, or to go for the choke. But it's still no excuse for it.
yeah.
As much as Harper probably deserved it, it's real no excuse.
So, Papelbon is suspended for 4 games.
Papelbon.
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 I know his name. It just sounds like so many other fun things to say. So, Papelbon.
Mm-hmm.
Papelbon is suspended for 4 games without pay. So,
There's 6 games left. When there were 6 games left, he was suspended for 4 games, and as a closer on a team that's not going to make the playoffs, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah. So, what about Bryce Harper? What's his?
Bryce Harper didn't get any.
I don't think he got anything, did he?
No, because Bryce Harper didn't look like he retaliated on any way. He just kind of was like put his hands up and didn't know what's going on. So Bryce Harper was actually taken out of the game that day. Coach took him out, and Papelbon actually ended up closing because head coach didn't know. But now that that's over, Bryce Harper is going to finish out the season playing. Papelbon's sent home, and he'll come back next year at spring training, and hopefully it's all good.
Yeah. I don't know. You choke a player out. I mean, we know what happened to that Jets player who went and punched Geno Smith and broke his jaw. So.
No one knows what happened to him. He's gone. He disappeared.
I mean, like that's what I'm saying. We know what happened to him. He got cut from the league. So I wonder, is like the MLB...
No, Papelbon's too good of a player to be blackballed from the league. The Nationals in the offseason may try to trade him, get rid of him, because he is a very skilled closer. He just has a record of having a short temper with teammates.
It's kind of like a just temper, though. I mean, I'm not saying it's justified to go and strangle your teammate.
No,
we do
not at
not
all.
condone any of that here at Primetime Sports or Gulf Coast Television. Strangling people is wrong. Unless it's self-defense, but that's another story.
Wait, where are we going with this?
So anyway, just like, I mean, he's a good teammate overall. Like, Bryce Harper just seems like the spoiled brat.
He is. He's definitely... He likes to toot his own horn a lot. He's not one of the he's not like an MVP candidate that is. I'm not gonna say he's not humbled because I'm sure he is. I don't know the guy, but he definitely likes the spotlight of being that number one named player. Like there's star athletes that either don't show that they care, don't care at all, or don't like it, and then there's guys that enjoy it and make a show out of it. We'll see if anything changes next season with Harper and his attitude and Papelbon and the Nationals.
Probably won't.
That team's self-destruct. I think that was. I also think that had a lot to do with the whole season going down the tank, because they were projected to be like one of the top teams going for the playoffs, going to be gonna make an impact this year, and just fell off.
You've seen the Gatorade commercial, right?
Which one?
The one with the Gatorade vision things.
Oh, the Bryce Harper one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was actually pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
As much as I don't like Harper, that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But going back to what I just said a minute ago about the MLB playoffs and how they was a big disappointment. It's the end of the season. Majority of the teams are pretty much locked in and set where they're going to play.
Mm-hmm.
With a few nights ago, or last night from this filming, but a few nights ago, the St. Louis Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Pirates played in a doubleheader, pretty much to as end of the season. And if the Cardinals would have won one game, they clinched the division, clinched home field, and clinched best record in MLB.
And they did that.
Unfortunately, yes. The first game, the Pirates came out and outscored and just outplayed the Cardinals, beat them 8-2.
Annihilated.
3 or 4 hours later, when they got ready to play the second game of the day, Charlie Moore and the Pirates just threw meatball after meatball, the Cardinals just rocked them for 3 runs in 2 innings.
Is this part of your conspiracy of sports?
No, regular season isn't conspiracy yet. It's only playoffs.
Okay.
Once teams are determined where they're going, for the most part, there are season in the middle of the season, there are certain things. But no, Charlie Morton, he's a good ground ball hitter. He's not or ground ball pitcher. He's not going to strike out everybody, but he's going to rely on his defense. And the defense just kind of didn't show up that well that second game, and neither did the offense. I think final score of that game was like 11-1. Just got dominated. You can tell the Pirates just kind of gave up on the game after the second inning. I gave up watching it after the third. But with that game being the Cardinals winning that game and locking up home field, we now know, especially the National League, where everyone's gonna play and what's going to happen. With the Cardinals with the number 1 seed, the Mets the number 2, and Dodgers number 3, each winning their division. The Cubs will go to Pittsburgh and play the Pittsburgh Pirates at home, Pittsburgh Pirates in Pittsburgh for the 1-game wild card.
Mm-hmm.
The 3rd straight year in a row, Pittsburgh has hosted the wild card game.
Future.
That's not good.
So let's see who you have picked winning it all, and then I'll read mine. You want me to go first, and then you can go?
Okay. Let's go game by game.
Okay.
All right. So first game is going to be the National League wild card. So that's going to be the Cubs versus the Pirates.
Mm-hmm.
As a Pirates fan, I have to go Pirates. Hopefully, and since we're playing at home, hopefully we'll see who we have pitching. We still have to figure out who the rotation is going to be at that point. Hopefully it's Cole. We may not pitch him and wait for game 1 with the Cardinals.
I'm not a Pirates fan, so which one is the one that cut off its threads?
That's McCutcheon. That's our center fielder.
Okay. And now I feel about him.
So who are you going with?
For that game, I'm gonna give it to Pittsburgh.
All right. So for the wild card, we both picked Pittsburgh. I think we're both pretty. I'm confident. I have to be. I'm a Pittsburgh fan. Still by the jersey behind me. I bought a jersey with my name on it. That's how much of a fan I am of that team. I want them to win.
I'm from Michigan, so I don't like the Chicago Cubs. That's about it.
Okay. Let's go with the AL wild card now. We got the Houston Astros are going to travel to New York to face the Yankees.
I'm calling the Yankees because home field advantage, and they're the Yankees, man.
Yeah, but the Yankees aren't the same Yankees as they always been.
They're always the Yankees.
I got the Houston Astros, the team that came out of the gate hot. The first year they're back in the playoffs. It doesn't matter on the road. That team, their fan base is going to travel with them. I don't think that's going to be 100% dominant home field for the Yankees. I think it's going to be more of a mixed crowd.
But New York needs the flame. Like, New York's got nothing going for them right now.
And New York has the Mets in the National League.
Okay, that's different. I mean, like, the New York Yankees have nothing going for them. Like, that part of New York.
No.
That's the part of New York that has the Knicks, man. They need this.
No, but so you're going with the Yankees. I'm going the contrary with the Astros. So we'll keep an eye on that game because that could be the difference in this. Let's go back up to the National League as we go facing the 1 seed versus wild card. It's going to be the St. Louis Cardinals will be hosting Pittsburgh Pirates in a 7-game series. I have to look at the numbers and look what's going on. The Pirates cannot beat the Cardinals to save their lives. When the game counts, the Pirates cannot beat the Cardinals. We saw it during the doubleheader. As soon as the Cardinals put 1 or 2 runs up, the Pirates just disappeared. It faded away. Ship sailed. So
See, I'm going with the upset, and I'm calling the Pirates.
So the Pirates fan is going with the Cardinals, and the non-Pirates fan is going with the Pirates.
Yeah, I actually like the Cardinals.
I hope you were right, but I fear that I'm right. That makes sense.
Why does that sound like a confusion? I hope that you were right, but hey, that's actually pretty deep.
I hope you're right, but I fear that I am.
Aw.
All right, so let's go to the NLDS 2, which is going to be it's going to be the Mets hosting the Dodgers. So that's East and West Coast. So those teams are going to be traveling a lot to play each other.
I'm taking the West Coast. I'm taking the LA Dodgers.
You got the Dodgers?
Yep. What about you?
I also have the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers pitching staff is just too dominant not to beat the Mets.
I mean, when you're throwing fireballs and red hot chip peppers on Friday.
I mean, you have arguably the best starting 3 as a pitching core with Kershaw, Greinke. Well, Kershaw and Greinke are your top 2 no matter what. And you have, I can't think of the other guys on their pitching staff. But they have 3 or 4 other guys that have been rotating in and out the season, all with winning records.
Yeah, I'm going to take them. And then we got the Toronto Blue Jays and the Yankees.
Well,
in the winner of that game.
In the wild card. You have Toronto and New York, which is an AL East rivalry.
Yes.
And they're in the same division. 1 versus 2. Who do you got?
I got to give it to the Yankees again, man. I think the Yankees are going to come out and they're going to show up.
Yeah. In that game, I got Toronto Blue Jays versus Houston Astros.
Is that Toronto, is it?
Yeah, it's Toronto's hosting. Toronto and New York, that's close enough together that it's not going to be big travel.
Yeah.
Toronto to Houston, though, that's a long distance for teams to travel. And Toronto Blue Jays at home have had more 10-run wins than any other ball club in the year. I think they've had, last count, 13 or 14 10-run games in the MLB or at home this year, which is 4 or 5 over next best. Their offense is just too dominant not to move on, at least past the Astros.
Yeah, so you're going to take the Blue Jays and I'm going to take the Yankees.
All right, let's go. Kansas City hosting Texas Rangers.
I'm taking Kansas City.
I'm taking Rangers. Again, I'm different than you. I like the Texas Rangers.
You got the Kansas City losing at home?
Yeah. Kansas City did well last year in the playoffs, but I don't think this year's team is as good as last year's. And I like
the
what the
Royals won last year.
Yeah.
You said they did well in the playoffs. They won.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They did well. But no, I like the Rangers. I like what they've been doing. They got hot at the right time, so hopefully they're going to stay hot and move on.
Chicken fried nasty, man.
All right, so let's speed it up a little bit. For the NLCS, I have the Cardinals and Dodgers. You have the Pirates and Dodgers.
Yes. For winning that one, I have the Dodgers. I think Pittsburgh has got the guts. The guts only get you so far. You need to bring in that LA Dodgers talent.
I'm going with Cardinals again with home field. I think that team, again, has the Dodgers number. Cardinals have just been dominant in the NL. They're only the 100-win team of the year for a reason.
Yeah.
I think the Cardinals are going to move on to represent the National League in the World Series.
Okay.
So next, in the ALCS, I have Blue Jays and Rangers.
I have Yankees and Kansas City.
So this is both going to be different.
Yeah.
I have Blue Jays moving on. Again, as being the home team, they are going to dominate at home. I think they're going to beat the Rangers on the road at least one of the 3 games they face there. And all they got to do is open up 2 at home, and then win 1 more at home. So, I mean, I have the Jays representing the AL.
See, I have a toss-up between the Yankees and Kansas City, but I don't think the Yankees are going to do too well, and they're going to be burnt out from giving it all they got. So I'm going to go with Kansas City on that one. I'm going to say LA versus Kansas City.
All right, so Cardinals, Blue Jays, Dodgers, Royals. I'm going with the AL team. I'm going with Toronto Blue Jays to win the whole World Series at this moment.
I'm going with the Dodgers right now.
All right, so you got Dodgers. I got Blue Jays. I think Blue Jays have enough to beat the Cardinals in a 7-game series. You think Dodgers have enough to beat the Yankees? No. Yes, the Yankees.
Dodgers beating Pitt. Yeah, Dodgers beating the Royals.
Royals, that's who you picked. Okay. So, I guess we'll come back after.
This commercial break.
Well, that too, but after the playoffs, and we'll see how well we actually did.
Okay, yeah.
So now we'll pitch the break. All right. We'll see y'all when we come back.
Staying up to date with Gulf Coast State College just got easier with the new mobile app. It's a quick and convenient way to view college events and upcoming dates, your class schedule and grades, important announcements in social media, and the interactive map for all of our campuses. You can even chat live with a librarian and get help with a research project. The free mobile app is available for Apple and Android devices. Simply scan the code or search for Gulf Coast State College on the App Store or Play Store and download it today.
Welcome back, everybody. It's that time of the show, time that everyone likes to talk about.
The
it's our
things that
favorite,
matter.
the things that truly matter.
This is the football jersey.
NFL.
NFL, USA, same thing.
All right, so we're gonna start out with the big story after the past week. Ben Roethlisberger goes down for 4 weeks, and it's only a big story because I'm here.
Yeah, it's like that's not the biggest story.
That's not the big
right
story,
now.
but it's my biggest story. He goes down for 4 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks, actually. So, and we have a semi-qualified backup. I wouldn't say he's the greatest backup. He hasn't really proven himself the last 2 years, but he's also been on terrible teams. He got hurt in Philly and was replaced by Foles. He went to New York and had nobody there. This is the first time Michael Vick, of all names,
Dun, 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 dun.
has a good team around him. He's got good receivers. He's got a great running back. He's got a good offensive line. I'm actually pretty confident with Michael Vick. We're not going to do as well without Roethlisberger. We clearly don't. We never have. I think Michael Vick can win us at least 4 of those 6 games.
I think you can win all 6.
All 6.
I mean, I think they're going to beat the Ravens tonight.
Yeah, at the time of this recording, they do play the Ravens the
Oh my
same
god,
day.
I'm going to miss that game. No.
I myself am not missing that game. I don't care if I have to watch it on my phone. If I have to get play-by-plays from friends, I'm going to know what's going on in that game the entire time.
I mean, I'm going to stream it for sure because, I love football and everything, but I don't get to, physically see the sacks.
Yeah, that's going to be
Ray Lewis retired at the right time, seems like, for the Ravens.
Well, the bad thing about the Ravens and the good thing for the Steelers is Terrell Suggs is out hurt. He's not playing. He's done. So we don't have to worry about him coming around the corner and going for the knees of Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Because he's a dirty player. He's always has been. He got called out during the preseason. But hopefully he comes. As much as I don't like the Ravens, I don't want to see people get hurt and stay hurt. I like people. I'd rather them be healthy and us beat them.
Yeah.
So we don't hear excuses at the end of the year.
I mean, Flacco's just god awful right now. I don't know how in the world that the Ravens are still so high up on the 32 poll.
The Ravens are pretty high up on the poll. Where are they? 23.
22.
Because of Steve Smith. Steve Smith is the only reason why they're good. He is
Their kicker?
no. Steve Smith is the 53-year-old receiver.
Oh yeah.
He's like 36, I think, right now. 36, but he's had 2 back-to-back games of scoring like 20 fantasy points.
Yeah.
Each time. So I mean, he's dominant. He's the only reason why they have competed in the games and why people still think they're relevant, even though they're 0-3.
Really
Hopefully, we don't play down to their 0-3 status and give them their first win.
I mean, it was kind of rough when who'd you guys play? On Sunday you played.
We play, you're talking about Steelers?
Yeah.
We opened up.
It was 12-9, but it leads. I can't remember for life when you guys
It was
played
12-9 against St. Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis.
And we had a 45-minute delay because St. Louis burnt their field during the pyrotechnic
set their
opens.
field on fire. By accident,
They were scared to play us, and then they went dirty and hurt. Oh, no, that was a fair play. It was whatever.
Yeah.
It happened.
It was a
It's
very
football.
controversial call, though. It actually wasn't ruled a fair play until Wednesday.
Yeah. On the field it was rule fair, and there was no flags thrown on it. The league office debated if it was a dirty play, but as a Steelers fan watching the replay, he got tripped up at the line of scrimmage. He was kind of falling. His momentum kind of brought him into Ben.
You gotta watch football. You're gonna get hurt. I mean,
It's gonna happen. So
Yeah.
But so for the next 6 games, the Steelers will play the Ravens at home. They'll go face the Chargers in San Diego.
Which I think they'll probably do fairly decent there.
They'll play at home against the Cardinals, the Cardinals is
Probably gonna be the toughest.
as a
people on the
Steelers fan,
schedule.
we call the Cardinals the West Coast Pittsburgh. because every big name player, every big name coach has gone to Arizona. We had Ken Wisenhunt, who left as our offensive coordinator a few years ago, or several years ago, went to go be the head coach for Arizona. Bruce Arians is now the head coach of Arizona. He was our former offensive coordinator. We've had linebackers and corners go there. We've had receivers.
Didn't Fitzgerald go to University of Pittsburgh?
Yeah, Fitzgerald is from the University of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, so I mean,
It's literally the West Pittsburgh. So as a Steelers fan, you kind of like Arizona. They're not in your division. They're in the NFC, they're in the NFC. So you don't play them as often. So you kind of like them. They're the same team as yours. But now that we're playing them, I hope we can pull out a win on that one. That one's going to be a very close game.
yeah, I
We
mean,
play at Kansas City too after that. So we go to Arrowhead. Loudest stadium in the NFL. I don't think we'll pull out a win, do you?
I don't. I mean, I just don't know how I feel. I want them to beat the Chiefs because the Chiefs stole the war chant from FSU. Not like that.
Every team that has anything to do with Native Americans steals that chant.
It's because it's the greatest chant in the nation. FSU fan here, no bias. War chant is the best thing ever. I'm just saying, you hear it, and you go home and you cry in your closet because you're scared. Real life.
Yeah, I'm not an FSU fan, so I don't know how that feels being all that.
No, we don't go in our closet and cry.
Oh, okay.
People are afraid of us, so they go in their closet and cry. That's the Gators are so afraid of FSU that they block themselves, so they don't have to play us.
Gators tackle themselves against anybody, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, we enjoy college football this week.
All right, so moving on from the schedule and who they play. After doing some research, I found out there's a huge record on the line now that Roethlisberger's out. Our star receiver, Antonio Brown, is in the midst of an unprecedented streak of 35 games with at least 5 catches and 50 yards receiving. And you think 5 catches, 50 yards doesn't seem like that big of numbers. The next number on that list, or the next player on that list with at least 5 catches a game and 50 yards in the regular season, here's an old name for everybody. Lavernius Coles did it with the New York Jets and after he got traded to the Washington Redskins. And that was only 19 games. Antonio Brown's on 35 regular season games. That's 3 years worth. It started back in 2013.
But I mean, he's not gonna lose. He's setting a record. He's already
set the record.
Yeah.
But is he going to progress it now that Michael Vick's quarterback? That's the question.
I mean, I think he could.
I don't think he's gonna. I don't know if he can do it for a long time, but I don't know, maybe 2-3 more games at most.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
until we face the Chiefs.
I still think. I think the problem with the Chiefs is gonna be their defense. They have a really good defense.
Yeah, that's.
And Andy Reid, didn't he work at Pittsburgh at some point?
No, Philly. He's a Philly coach.
I know, but I feel like
no.
Andy Reid is a good coach. People do not give him enough credit for being as good a coach as he is. He's actually one of the few I think he might be the only coach in the NFL who actually still holds the offensive coordinator position.
I think he did that in Philly for a while. He was the head
still
coach
does it at the Chiefs
and didn't hire offensive coordinators.
He still does it for the Chiefs too. So I think
that's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Speaking of impressive, to compare it to other sports, that streak of 35 games, that's like a Major League Baseball hitter having a 38-game hitting streak. That's a lot of games.
NBA scoring 30 points plus in 35 consecutive games, which is
I don't think that's been done.
Yeah. I mean, I think Russell's done it.
No.
He's done everything.
In 35 straight games.
Russell's done everything.
Russell Westbrook has not.
No. Celtic Russell.
Oh,
Bill Russell. Yeah. No.
I don't think I don't know.
Talking about.
I don't know you
Westbrook.
and what you think.
No, I go by last name.
But still.
Sports Brad.
But still, 35 games with 30 points. Now, LeBron averages 20-something points. Kobe in his prime averaged 20. Michael Jordan in his prime only averaged 20-something.
He averaged 29.
That's 35
Bill Russell
points
is better than all of them.
in 30 consecutive games.
But Bill Russell
30 points in 35 consecutive games.
Bill Russell still has a better record than all of them, though. I mean, he's got 11 rings, homie. He has 2 on his pinky. That's come on.
But that's also back when they only had 4 NBA teams.
No, they still had all.
They didn't have as many. They have I think 16. 16 or 17 teams.
Probably like 20, because they have, 32 now?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, 15 of them still don't really play.
All right, so let's move on from this whole streak and all Pittsburgh stuff here.
Talk about power rankings.
Just like college football, or kind of like college football, most sports have what they call power rankings. It's essentially their version of the AP poll.
Yeah.
They take into account the records, the scoring,
Popularity.
how dominant the team could be, or how it has been. So coming in at number 1, as much as nobody wants to like them,
Boo!
the New England.
Boo!
Wait for it. The New England Patriots.
Boo!
Coached by Bill Belichick.
Boo! I don't even talk about them. Then we got the Cardinals, who you guys are facing.
Yeah, facing in a few weeks. So that's not going to be fun.
Then we got the Packers, who actually deserve it, with Aaron Rodgers and, Lacey. I don't know about Lacey. He's doing pretty good.
Lacey, he's got a decent season going on so far.
Broncos are a big surprise for me with Peyton Manning. Like, everyone thought this was going to be his upset season. Granted, 3-0 start doesn't really mean that much.
But that definitely helps out a lot.
Yeah. The Bengals are surprised with Dalton. He's a free agent after this year. So let's see how that works out for him.
I don't think he'll be a free agent for long. I think they're going to try and lock him up as best they possibly can.
But if he becomes a free agent, I can see him kind of heading off to maybe, Washington or someone that really needs
somebody's going to pay the money for him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Washington forks up money for him.
Yeah. And then you got the Falcons, who
are again at 3-0. That I didn't even know.
I didn't see the Falcons. I thought they lost. I didn't know they were 3-0, honestly. But you got Deontay Freeman, FSU alum, out there getting 3 touchdowns in the game, all them yards.
Here's a team that I don't think deserves to be number 7.
They're number 7 based purely off history, and that's the Seahawks.
They're 1-2, number 7. Now, you can't have a losing record and be better than most of the team. There's an undefeated team behind them.
Yeah, the Panthers, which doesn't make any sense.
Panthers at 9 are ranked lower than a 1-2 Seahawks.
Yeah, the Steelers in the middle of that at 8, which I think still deserve top 10. The Panthers, they have been playing amazing. Cam Newton is great. They lost their star wide receiver, and they're still 3-0. You gotta give these people more credit. I think the Panthers definitely deserve to be up there.
And rounding out the top 10, the Buffalo Bills of all teams.
I'm so happy because that's another FSU alum out there.
Well, they got
Mario Edwards.
Their offense is starting
he's a running back averaging 7.2 yards as a rookie. That's unheard of.
The thing that I think that helps the Bills be as good as they are is that no one knew who their quarterback was going to be to come in the season. Nobody knew everyone thought C.J. Spiller
No one knew who Taylor was, honestly.
And nobody knew their star player was going to be. Tyrod Taylor came out of nowhere to become their starter.
I don't even know where he came from, honestly.
I don't know how long I haven't looked up, but I want to know how long
he's
he's been in the league.
Have you seen him play?
Yeah, he's
throwing 80-yard spirals down there.
There's a reason why they should be 3-0.
Rex Ryan's a really good coach.
People don't give him as much credit as they do.
It's just
as
the
a
Jets
defensive
suck.
line.
They really do.
He's got the weapons behind him. I think the Bills have a legitimate shot to compete with the Patriots in that division. They're only 1 game behind him right now.
I think, and they got Vince Wilfork. Wait, no, they don't have Vince. Who got Wilfork? Did the Bills get Wilfork?
I don't know for sure.
Wilfork went. He's from Texans now, but
yeah, okay.
Yeah, but they still got a really good defense, and they got their backup quarterback's EJ Manuel. He has experience too, so he's either way they got a trusty backup.
Yeah.
Hopefully they won't need it.
He's a backup for a reason.
Yeah, hey, Tom Brady was a backup at one point. As much as I like his face.
Oh.
But
all right, so so the top 10, there's a lot of really good teams there.
Yeah.
There's some teams looking from the outside in the top 10. We'll see how that's gonna kind of play out.
In the top 20 still though, you got the Cowboys who are down Dez Bryant and Tony Romo and still have a 2-1. Everyone's expecting them to be 1-2 because they lost Tony Romo in the second game.
And Dez Bryant.
They lost him in the first game. So
you want to see another bright side about this listing? Your team isn't dead last at 0-3.
I know. I'm amazed at that. But we'll get to my team in a bit. Let's just speed through this. We got the Chiefs, number 12, 1-2. We got the Vikings with Adrian Peterson going 13. They're up. So they're up 3. And then we got the Colts, who are 1-2, who I don't think deserve to be in the top 20, but they are.
They only jumped up to 14 because They finally won a game.
And these next two are the City of Lights. It never sleeps. You got New York back-to-back at 15 and 16. I'm surprised the Jets are in the top 20 with a 2-1 record. But also, what surprises me is New York Giants jumping up 10 seats.
Yeah, I think that's
The
definitely
biggest
the
jump
the big jump of the week is the Jets.
I mean, because you got to keep in mind, like, they still got Eli Manning, who's not quite out of his prime yet.
No, Eli Manning just signed that big mega deal, so he has to step up and actually have a good season this year, or they just wasted all that money.
Yeah, he's going to step up. He's a good player. I mean, he's got that Manning blood in him. But, I mean, you got Odell Beckham, who's still, like, it's only second year?
Yeah, he's only a rookie.
So he's still figuring out, and he's still doing good. And plus, you got a lot of other weapons. And then you got the Eagles at number 17 with who knows what they're doing with their 1-2 record. I mean, I don't know why you get rid of Tebow, then run the perfect offense for Tim Tebow. That's a conundrum to me, but I'm not the coach.
All right, let's finish out the top 20 at least.
Yeah.
So we got the Chargers at 18.
We got the Rams at 19, and we got the Raiders at 20.
The Raiders are a surprise 20, jumping 8 spots this week.
Raiders, this is going to be a good year for
They got
football.
Derek Carr, quarterback. I mean, that's a good. I think his second year in the league. He has a good team. He's got a rookie Amari Cooper right out of Alabama. Right now we get an injured Michael Crabtree, but when he comes back, that's 2 top tier receivers.
Yeah,
and their defense isn't that bad. They've been a bad team the last several years. They've been drafting pretty high. That means they got a lot of first round talent on that team, so they should be the start of what should be a good year.
Yeah, it should be a new era for that. Maybe not a winning era, but not in
I'm gonna see at least an 800 season this year. At least 8-8 or 500 season. My bad.
And then you have Texans at 21 with my boy J.J. Watt, 1-2.
Got an 0-3 Ravens.
I mean, they're number 22. I don't know how in the world they're number 22. Then you got the Dolphins with the freshly traded Ndamukong Suh at 1-2. You got the Titans with Mario Edwards at 1-2. I mean, wow, not Mario Edwards. I meant, God, I can't remember his name for the life of me. Oregon dude.
Marcus Mariota.
See how close that is? Marcus Mariota.
Not even close.
Shut up, Brad.
All
and then at 25, we got my team, the Lions, who I don't want to talk about.
0-3.
I don't want to talk about it. They got Johnny Manziel with the Cleveland Browns at 26. They got the Washington Redskins at 27, which is surprising. And I think this is the lowest San Francisco has been
in a while.
In like the past 8 years at 29 with 1-2.
28.
28, my bad.
Yeah, San Francisco 28.
Yeah. You got the Jaguars at 29.
You got the young Jaguars at 29, so they jumped up 2. They're still not going to be that good.
They're still going to be in the
They're still rebuilding.
5.
They're still rebuilding.
Then you got
Jameis Winston's Bucks at number 30.
Yeah,
You have an 0-3 Saints at number 31.
And then you got the Bears.
And then an 0-3 Bears at 32.
I don't think the Bears are even a contender for this.
No, most of the teams in the bottom in the 21 and on will not contend. There may be a surprise in there, probably not. I'd say the lowest team in here
I think
that will make the playoffs will probably be. I think the Giants with that weak division could make the playoffs at 16. Right now, power ranking 16 as of week 4. I think the Giants.
The Giants have done it before. This is the same.
Their division's
record they've had when they won the Super Bowl.
You got the Cowboys that are hurt. You have the Eagles that don't know what they're doing. I mean, there's no reason why the Giants couldn't sneak in with a 7-9 record.
I feel like they could. Then you got the Buckeyes, who are not even.
So we'll keep an eye on that one.
Watch the Saints come back. I doubt it, but just watch it happen.
So that's about all the time we have for you guys today here at Primetime Sports. We had a fun time discussing some good stuff today.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Like we said last episode, we're gonna start with a Gulf Coast behind the ball player spotlight, and we actually have our first one today.
Yeah, guys, here's Taylor Sauer. I hope you check her out. She's a pretty cool chick.
All right,
catch you next time on Primetime Sports.
Hi, I'm Taylor Sauer. I'm an outside hitter here at Gulf Coast. I love volleyball because I like to hit the ball and I like to hit people with it too. My guilty pleasure favorite song to listen to is Look at Me Now by Chris Brown. It pumps me up before games. Normally before games, I just listen to music or just try and keep to myself to focus on playing. If I had a superpower, I would want to fly or be able to go underwater. I would say my hidden talent is I can skateboard and longboard, and most people can't really do that. If I gained some weight, I wish I could play football with guys. I guess it wouldn't be really relaxing, but I like to watch Breaking Bad. My favorite sport is pro football. Go Steelers. I like Troy Polamalu because he's always really aggressive and he never really gives up on a play.